Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint Germain family. My stance has been Paris Saint Germain should go into next season hoping and potentially expecting to winning the UEFA Champions League. We have to make that push to go back to back. The only team that has gone back to back in the UEFA Champions League since its inception in 1992 is Real Madrid, who obviously three-peated. But that doesn't mean any other club can't do that. And yes, there have been previous winners like the Liverpool, the City and Bayern that did not manage to do it. But we will. What I want to do in this video is take a look at basically since like 2009. That's like when I have a lot of info about football. We'll go from 2009 up until now and explain why no back-to-back happened. Was it close? And so on. So, first of all, let's go with Barca. Barca right here. They could have won it. Inter Milan. You know, it was an extremely tight game. It wasn't like Barca got thrashed or something. They were not good enough or something. In the both ties, obviously Inter was the slightly better side, deserved to go through and everything. Barca even had like a disallowed offside goal at the end. In the second leg, they could have gone through. But this is definitely the closest it's been to a back-to-back, apart from this Madrid one. Then you had Chelsea. Obviously, it was a bit fugazi. I think they dropped out to the Europa League in the group stage the year after. So that was fugazi. Bayern, obviously, extremely strong. But they did get Pep Guardiola in, and then they lost in the Champions League semi-final to Madrid, getting thrashed 4-0 in the second leg at the Allianz. Then it was back to Barca. You can see Madrid here winning 4 in 5 years. Absolute insane domination here from Real Madrid. Obviously winning the three-peat. Then Liverpool. And they were obviously in the final in 17-18, and then 18-19 though. So that's another team that was a bit close. 19-20. Liverpool got knocked out early by Atletico Madrid, showing that, yeah, they couldn't go back-to-back. Bayern, what happened to them? We knocked Bayern out. We got revenge over Bayern. Chelsea 21-22. Yeah, Madrid knocked Chelsea out in the quarters. City, when they won. Yeah. Okay, so the closest teams to back-to-back, you have City. City was extremely strong in 23-24. Then, obviously, Madrid beat them on penalties and stuff. Madrid were not strong this year. So you got City. They were a bit close to going back-to-back. I mean, Bayern, they faced PSG, but they went out in an early round. Obviously, Madrid here, but they did get thrashed by City this year. A bit Madrid, a bit City, a bit Liverpool reaching the final the year before, I guess. You got Barca here and then Madrid here. So what you can see is a lot of Champions League victories. You got, Chelsea both times. Liverpool. You could even say Bayern. You could say, no, City was close the year after. So most teams, they win it. Not fugazi, but they just have a spectacular year. And the two teams that people like to compare us to is Bayern and City. Two other treble winning sides. And they explain, oh, City couldn't do a dynasty. Bayern couldn't do a dynasty. Why would PSG be able to do so? The first one I'll talk about is City. City's average age in the 22-23 team was high, very old. It was De Bruyne's lost legs, Kyle Walker's lost legs, Ederson's lost legs. Diaz hasn't really been exactly the same. Rodri. I never rated Rodri at that high level. He was still good. Other players dropping off, old age, and so on. So that's why City couldn't replicate what they did. Obviously, they were tight in that semi-final versus Madrid. But I don't know, it felt like that team, they won it, and then they couldn't win more. This Paris Saint Germain team, on the other hand, is the second youngest team in the UCL history to win the Champions League after 94-95 Ajax. The thing with 94-95 Ajax, they lost majority of their best players. Paris Saint Germain will not. Donna, we're losing him on our own terms. We could have kept him, but we're going to bring in Chevalier, who is also a top keeper. And then Bayern obviously has lost Thiago, but then we're a bit unfortunate when they faced us the year after. Lewandowski got injury, and that team was a lot about Robert Lewandowski. So I don't understand this. Yes, Madrid have won it. Madrid are the only team to go back-to-back, and I do believe going back-to-back in the UEFA Champions League is extremely difficult. But that's exactly why I want Paris Saint Germain to do it. It was extremely difficult winning our club's first ever Champions League. But this is also difficult. And we should aim for that. I don't want to be these teams that has 1 year and then bam. Last year, Champions League semi-final. This year we won a Club World Cup final. We gotta go big. We gotta continue this. We gotta win the big trophies. And we saw how we felt in the Club World Cup. Yes, we smacked up Madrid. We beat Bayern. Smacked up Inter Miami. Smacked up Atletico Madrid. We did all of this greatness, but because we lost the final and got embarrassed in it, it doesn't really hold that much value. We have to win. We have to win. And I want us to go into the next season believing that we can win, because I do believe we have a young squad that's only going to get better. Luis Enrique, season part 3. Let's see how it goes. Hopefully we strengthen in this summer transfer window. We haven't bought that many players. But taking a look at all these UCL sides, this Paris Saint Germain team is probably the one that has the most likelihood of going back to back. I mean, the thing with Madrid is that experience. Maybe what happens is this: we don't win it, and then we go on a cheeky three-peat. The thing is, like, there's going to be so many tough teams. So many tough teams. The only teams, like, I can put favorites alongside PSG is Barca and Liverpool. Liverpool obviously strengthening, Barca strengthening a bit. Were really strong last year. So they will be the 2 teams for us to knock out. And obviously we will be the team that everyone wants to knock out. We're knocking out the current Champions League holders. But obviously, my least expectation is the Champions League semi-final. That's something I could hold my hands up with, be happy with, I guess. But I want to go back to back. I believe we can do it. We don't have the weaknesses other teams have. And we have strengths that some of these previous teams did not have. I think the main thing we have to fix is better squad rotation. Like, we got to spend some money, get our deals done, get Chevalier done, get Zabarni done, maybe Rodrigo Mora, Magnus Achliush up in attack. Just more talent, more quality, higher competition. Because that's what we got to do. When you take a look at the Madrid side that won the 3-peat, like, look at the play. They had like James Rodriguez on the bench. Gareth Bale was getting benched by Isco. That's the squad rotation we need at Paris Saint Germain. We need a strong starting 11 with a strong squad competing with it. And that's why I believe we have a good likelihood of going back to back. We are obviously going in as the favorites into the Champions League next season. But let's do it, baby. Let's do it. This is the Paris Saint Germain dynasty. This is the Paris Saint Germain dynasty. A lot of people doubted us winning the UCL. Now we've done it. People doubting us going back to back. Let's use it against them. So, yeah, I believe Paris Saint Germain can go back to back. I hope we go back to back. That's going to be a little bit of my expectation going into next season. But, yeah, when you take a look at, I said, the Bayern and the City they compare us mostly to, I mean, PSG is just a superior team, well prepared, less reliant on one player or 2 players or something. Yeah, some of these just, you know, I said, had just a great year at a great time. This PSG team is the best team in the world. It's the most talented team in the world. We can still get knocked out. You know, we can have a really tough game against Barca and, you know, we don't get the goal at the end, or we can see the mistake and we lose. That can happen. But PSG will be an extremely tough side to beat and will be the team to beat if you want to win the UEFA Champions League next season. You guys let me know in the comments down below. How likely is it, percentage-wise, Paris Saint Germain going back-to-back in the UEFA Champions League? That's been it from boy PSG. Hopefully, guys have enjoyed this video. And as usual, allez, Paris.